Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me in our practice session this morning. So I switched from the gong to the clapper for starting our meditation and ending it. Again, just a little refinement in our practice. So forgive me if I change things around once in a while, but just think of it this way: beginner's mind. Let go. Don't hold on. Yeah. What is beginner's mind? For me, I think about when you take on a new task or you're being an apprentice to an artist or a craftsperson. One of the first things you do is you just observe. There's no knowing, don't know. And there's no making, because you don't know and you don't make. You just observe. So when we sit, like this morning for me, when I sat, I kept noticing where I was making. I was making from the point of view of I, me, mine. Here I am sitting, meditating. This has become a habit. It's something we do normally, often enough that we may even forget why we're sitting here. Well, in the Heart Sutra, it says, with nothing to attain, the Bodhisattva relies on Prajnaparamita. So where does this Prajnaparamita come from, this perfection of wisdom? So is it some source like a beautiful poem, a sutra, a teaching from some teacher? Is it something outside that we grasp and make our own? That would be a mistake. Big mistake. When we read something inspirational and we get moved by it, and somehow we recognize something in ourselves through what we've just experienced, it's not because of that. Prajnaparamita doesn't exist out there. Prajnaparamita is the essence of our experience, who we are. So when we're out of the way, when we just put it down, when we don't know, there you are. There you are. Prajnaparamita. And you can rely on that. Because where is it? It's not in this changing, ever recirculating conceptual view of things. Things come in and out of fashion. Prajnaparamita is way beyond fashion. Whatever is fashionable today, tomorrow won't be. Why? It's empty. Has no real substance. So it's a big mistake to think we're learning something. We're gaining something. We're acquiring something by our Buddhist studies. One mind, you know all minds. And what's the one mind you can know? It's right here. It also says in the Heart Sutra, all past, present, and future Buddhas rely on Prajnaparamita. So coming back to beginner's mind, that's Prajnaparamita. Nothing mysterious. No worlds to visit. We do that plenty. Every moment we're visiting a different world with our thoughts and feelings and emotions and past experiences that dictate our direction. What is this? Again, why do we ask that? What is this? So that we can awaken the Prajnaparamita. What is this? It's beginner's mind. What is this? Where else is there to go? So go ahead and run after things. I do all the time. I learn new things. I go online. YouTube's my favorite place to learn things. I'm learning fly fishing at the moment. Euro nymphing, it's called. But even that, if I approached it with, I know what I'm doing, I can't learn anything. I'm already good enough at that. I don't need this guy to tell me what to do. You see what I mean? There's lots of ways you could get in the way of your own understanding by making assumptions, by making, thinking, constructing. Nothing wrong with any of that. Just see it. Just see it. You know, beginner's mind. Just see. What is this? Here we go. So I know we talk about this in so many different ways all the time. I hope that this approach today was something that you can use. And if not, just put it down. Right? So how is everybody? What's happening in our lives? We're still here. We're still sitting together. Yeah. Sky's still blue, grass is still green. And the pandemic is still with us. Yes. I'm amused by the approaches that are being suggested to our current situation, how to approach it. And the reason I'm amused is because I can see how I have deluded myself many times by wishful thinking, wanting things to be a certain way and just kind of directing it. So it's not about right or wrong or bad or good. It's about just seeing. And then having the wisdom to act appropriately in this moment. So, that's why we put things down. That's why we observe. That's why we come into a still point of don't know. So that what's next? Beginner's mind is like coming back to don't know, put it down. What now? Yeah. Again, I'm really glad you're all here. Thank you for surrounding me with all your wonderful bodhisattva energy. Feels good from here. Beginner's mind and the path of Zen in particular is what I really enjoy about it personally is, for me, it's like wielding that sword of truth and cutting right through this idea of self and getting to the essential point. And awakening is awakening. Nonetheless, here's something else that's happening. After that awakening, his practice is maturing. So it's not just you know, awakening is wonderful if you keep coming back to it. If you say, oh, well, now I'm awakened, guess what? Now you're not. So it's, you know, we keep fooling ourselves if we're not staying clear, putting it down, clear like space, reflecting what's happening just as it is without adding anything to it, making something out of it. So that's the essence of one mind. That's the non-dual fulcrum point of this topsy-turvy existence. Um, I'll just say this little thing that came up for me during my meditation, which I just realized why with you making that comment. I remember I've sat with two Zen masters, and for some reason today I realized that sitting with Chungan Sunim, for example, was like sitting with a highly trained racehorse that was ready to go. That's him. The other Zen master was like a lion sitting calmly, waiting for the, to pounce. So I'm like, in my mind, I'm going, what? Why, where is that coming from, right? So then I just remembered Chungan Sunim, after you mentioned that, saying to me, oh, Will, you have this gentle way about you. You know, you're so kind to people. And you're saying carry a big stick, and I'm thinking, geez, maybe I need to change my strategy. Come here. No, you guys are great. I mean, but I hear what you're saying. It's like, again, so this little story I just told is about not checking. Don't make, don't check. So in a sense, what I'm doing is I'm checking. Am I doing it right or not? Am I doing it right? See? So that's different than beginner's mind. So these are all the different ways that we, coming from ego, coming from idea of self, we make things. You know that old story, just do it. What's in front of you right now, you just take care of it. Chop wood, carry water, that's it. So sometimes carry a big stick, sometimes kindness works better. I really, really appreciate it. It's so wonderful that you joined me. Thank you. All right. Be well.